12 of NFL Primetime. Chris Berman, Booger McFarland, and I know you had a good holiday. I know it.
Yes, the baked chicken, the ham, the turkey, they all are sitting very well.
But that's what we do. And by the way, let all of us be the last to wish you a happy Thanksgiving, and among the first to wish you a happy Hanukkah if you're celebrating. Well, look, when you win this was a week when there were some have-me-nots playing, but there were 7 games this weekend between teams of 500 or better. So it was really kind of a decision weekend. And one of which, when you get a ring from each team, Tampa Bay Bucks, of course, most of your career, and the Indianapolis Colts, and they play each other. There's only one thing to call this game: the Booger Bowl. Here we go. The champion Buccaneers and the Colts coming off their lambasting of the Buffalo Bills. Bucks, Tom Brady, want to be a smart team. Frank Reich team playing great. Jonathan Taylor, 5 touchdowns last week. Carson Wentz doing it to Jack Doyle, 14 yards. Vita Vea,
Vita Vea loses the twos. No problem, Vita. I live in Tampa. I have a great dentist for you.
Flossing, much easier now. Wentz, he hit Doolin early, and he hits Doyle on a beautiful play of 15 yards. The Colts lead the Bucks 17-7. Leonard, Fournette, all sorts of runs in this game. This was 12 yards. Now, Brady, swing, Fournette. It's a 3-point game, 17-14. So 2 minutes to the half. Watch the pressure. And he's going to beat Ndamukong Suh here. And to the marker, first down.
Did not like the defensive call. It's 2-man, which means all the defenders' backs are turned. Carson Wentz outran Suh.
And now on 4th and 1 from the 4. Wentz, T.Y. Hilton, the Colts lead by 10 at the half, 24-14.
Great play, timing pattern, good throw, good catch.
Third quarter. Here's your play. Shaq Barrett, the hit on Wentz, and he recovers it. Bucks defense.
Play that turned the entire game around. Colts are going in for the kill.
And now Brady hit Rob Gronkowski. You know, he was out. They don't really. Yeah, they do. He caught balls for over 100 yards. First down.
Like a little wide receiver screen, throw it to Gronk, and then you got, boom, Fournette running tough up the middle.
Nice. Fournette, 4 yards. His third touchdown of the day, 24-21. So the turnover lets them within 3. Now Wentz looking for Michael Pittman. Throw is high. Both have a shot. Antoine Winfield Jr. makes the play over Pittman, returns it to the 30. He did get mossed.
Yeah, that's a 50-50 ball. You're giving your guy a chance to make a play. Pittman, not as much effort as I would like to have seen, Boom.
Yeah, he needed to knock it down.
Absolutely.
Right, Boog? So back-to-back turnovers and Ronald Jones off the play, up the middle for a 1-yard run, and the Bucks lead 28-24. Now, Tampa leads 31-24. Jonathan Taylor, they did an outstanding job on the leading rusher in football. Eventually, he's going to get some yards. That's 15 yards.
Yeah, I thought maybe they should have given him the ball a little sooner.
Yeah, 3.5 minutes ago, Taylor from 4 yards out. We're tied at 31. See, Tom Brady has the ball with under 3 minutes to go. What could happen? Now we're under 30 to go. Fournette outside. And he's gone. 38-31 Buccaneers.
Probably shouldn't have scored there, Boom, because then the Bucks could have ran out the clock.
Well, yeah, but they're not going to return the kick. Wait a minute, did I say he wouldn't return the kick? Isaiah Rodgers, he could go a large part of the way. And so the Colts have a chance. One was a little short, pattern was incomplete, 5 seconds, good rush. Now you got to heave it. Intercepted by the Bucks. Pierre, streetcar name Desir. And so the Colts, who got 5 turnovers a week ago, this time they're the ones that the Bucks feast on. 5 turnovers against them. And so Indianapolis started 0-3, then went 6-2, but a big win for Tampa Bay, who are 8-3. Bruce Arians could smile, even if one of his players had a different-looking smile. Vita Vea.
And Vita Vea may have lost a tooth during the game. I don't know if you were aware of that.
I don't care. You got 30 other ones. You ain't gonna play without a tooth. I mean, that ain't nothing.
We needed that win. We needed it bad, especially on the road. I mean, we're undefeated at home. We've been losing a lot of games on the road. So just to come together as a team and get a road victory like that definitely brings the team together.
They really make you earn it. So we found a way. Wasn't perfect, but we could certainly play a lot better than that.
at the end of the day, looking at numbers and just how it felt, thought we moved the ball all right. The turnovers absolutely killed us. And like I said, against a good team like that, they capitalized on those turnovers that, we gotta own.
A lot of things different in this game. First of all, to me, and we watched it together, both.
Yeah.
First half, the Colts played with such confidence, like they did in Buffalo. And then you called it the play of the game, Shaq Barrett's only turnover number one, but it seemed to change everything.
It was 24-14. The Colts are driving, going for the kill to go up 3 scores. Shaq Barrett makes the play of the game. And from that point onward, the Bucs had the momentum. The Bucs defense started to dominate the football game. Then the turnovers mounted, and they couldn't get Jonathan Taylor going until late. So Carson Wentz, he's right. He played well. The 150-50 ball to Pittman was just that, a 50-50 ball, and then a Hail Mary at the end of the game. But overall, the turnovers did the Colts in. If I'm Frank Reich, I leave this game saying we're a really good football team as long as we don't turn the football over.
And they came in the best in football, plus 15. Now they're plus 12. Leonard Fournette, not that this is news that he's a really good back. The playoff Fournette last year.
Playoff Lenny.
And this year, Fournette, what do you see? I mean, because he was very good, but he can do almost everything now, right?
Think about what he was when he got to Tampa. He was thought of as a pounder, a guy that could just run downhill.
Right.
But Tom Brady knew he needed more than that. So he would work with them after practice, catching ball after ball. And now Fournette is taking the role of like a Kevin Falk, a guy that can come out of the backfield, except he's a pounder. He's a big guy that's a 3-down back that can catch the football. And he's been made that by the work that he and Tom Brady have put in every day after practice. 17 carries, 100 yards, another 7 catches. Leonard Fournette, his imprint was all over this football game.
Well, so the Colts and the Bucs, remember after the bye last year, they were 8-0, 4 in the regular season, 4 in the playoffs. They were looking at 1-2 if they didn't come out here, but a clutch win for Tampa Bay. Now, Tennessee, who has had the run of the AFC, of course, Henry's been out a few weeks. And their coach, Mike Vrabel, used to play for Bill Belichick. And looky here, what a surprise, Robert Kraft. Look, Drew, he's a wine.
I bet that's Drew's wine.
Yeah, it is Drew's wine. That's Drew Bledsoe. Here's the thing, the Patriots are the hottest team in football. And Mac Jones to Kendrick Bourne, they become quite a combination. Kevin Byard's a hell of a player. It's really good coverage, but touchdown anyway.
Good position by the DB, even better throw in the corner route by Mac Jones.
7-0 New England. They score right away. Nick Westbrook, Akina. He dives off the screen pass. First, surprisingly, they didn't call him in. He didn't give it. Mike Vrabel goes, see that? That would be a challenge.
Should have been a touchdown. He slips, but nobody touches him. He's not giving himself up, so that should have been a touchdown. They later reviewed it.
But they score, but Bullock misses the extra point. It was like a doink that sounded like it hit the side of a truck. At any rate, Ryan Tannehill throws out of the reach of Chester Rogers. Tannehill upset with himself as the Patriots lead 10-6. Now, Randy Bullock, normally pretty good kicker, but this is not his day. Extra point, now a field goal, doink.
That was the theme of the day for the Titans.
Yeah, so 10-6. Dontrell Hilliard. Tell you what, I know Henry, look at it. Oh, it's Kyle Duggar going to come up with it as they lose the ball. Patriots, all of a sudden, a turnover machine. Nothing new under Coach Belichick. Now, Mac Jones. Oh, he had Hunter Henry, didn't he?
Oh, he wanted that throw back. Better throw, and that's an easy touchdown, but he knows it.
And Nick Folk makes the field goal right down the middle. He was perfect. 16-6. Hilliard. Now look at this. Right through the Patriots defense. He could go 68 yards. Hey, don't sell the Titans short. They're coming, and they trail 16-13. Third quarter. Dante Foreman. And he's going to break. Look at this hole. Break 3, but not only does he intercept, he punches. That's J.C. Jackson. Jalen Mills on the ball, New England.
Yeah, the Titans ran the ball all day long. They just turned it over a little too much.
And now Jones. Little short pass to Bourne again. Looking to make the move down the sidelines. Tippy toe. 41 yards, 26-13 New England. That was a beautiful play.
Beautiful play, poor tackling by the Titans.
Now 4th and goal, Titans. What does Mike Vrabel have dialed up? Tannehill fires, tipped by Devin McCourty. J.C. Jackson, 4th pick, 4 games.
He's always around the ball, Boone.
7 interceptions this year. Now the Patriots up 16. Now they're up 3 scores. Damian Harris. They're relentless, New England. relentless.
Very fundamental, methodical the way they run the ball. Harris is so physical.
And Mac Jones' first 300-yard game for him as a professional. Look, Tennessee had two backs run for over 100. But the New England Patriots, ladies and gentlemen, have won 6 straight games. Their next game, ESPN, a week from Monday Night Football at Buffalo. They lead the Bills by a half game. Coach Bill Belichick, we've seen this before.
JC's, you leave any trash laying around, he's going to pick it up.
As a defensive player, I just feel like defense win games. So the more turnovers we create, it get the offense more opportunities to score. And so that's how I look at it. So we keep doing what we're doing, man, taking away the ball, getting turnovers. It's gonna be a good year for us.
They played great, and they're always getting takeaways, so it's just a matter of time. And once that happens, it just changes the momentum of the game. And they've done that all year.
So the turnovers will start first. Remember, they played that Thursday game against Atlanta. Seemed like every series in the second half was it's like padding the stats with interceptions, which is pretty hard to do. This time was 4-0. So New England is now +10, among the best in football. Every little thing. I mean, these are big things. I get it. Tennessee played really hard, but you cannot make mistakes, not 4 of them like that against the Patriots.
You know, people will look at this game and they'll go back and they'll pick up the low-hanging fruit. Well, no Derrick Henry, that's what's doing the Titans in. No, the Titans have rushed for 300 yards the last 2 games, but they turned the football over way too many times, Boom. This is not a lack of running game. They had 200 yards rushing today, but they turned the football over. And when you do that against a Bill Belichick team that has a quarterback that's playing at a high level, very efficient like Mac Jones, they're running the football, and they're very fundamentally and technically sound. This is what's going to happen. The New England Patriots live by this moniker. We're not going to beat ourselves. Bill Belichick said it once, Boom, and I'll never forget it. More games in this league are lost than won. And they don't beat themselves. And they showed again today that if you just play fundamental football, the quarterback, throw it to the right teammate, run the football, we get our turnovers, we'll be tough to beat.
A little series I'm going to try to explain. At the very beginning, we didn't show it because of everything that happened in the game. Tennessee gets the ball. I think they had a penalty or something right away, and so their drive began on their own 10.
Yes.
Then Kern rips off like a 60-yard punt, but there's a penalty.
Yes.
So it's only 5 yards. They punt again. It wasn't great. Now New England's working on a short field. They score a touchdown. Every little thing New England did right, and Tennessee, they didn't bury themselves, but you can't do that against the Patriots.
And then for Tennessee, here's the biggest thing. If you're Tannehill, you got to pick your level of play up because the running game did its part. The defense was trying to hold on. As a quarterback, you want to be a franchise guy, you have to pick your level of play up.
You do. Well, one team that been picking it up, Jalen Hurts, Philadelphia. Ooh, with Dallas losing. Well, they don't have a plane flight for the rest of the year. Back-to-back games in New York. They got a game in Washington. The rest are home, and there's Michael Strahan. They retired his number on the way to outer space. There's Coach Tom Coughlin.
He's got a gap like Vita Vea.
Very good. You can make it, this business is going to be okay for you, Boog. We might give you a 3rd ring in the Booger Bowl. This is intercepted by Darnay Holmes. You wouldn't think this. The Giants have at least 1 pick in 8 straight games. Second quarter, 3-0 Giants. Hurts, Jalen Reagor. Now this one, he made a really nice catch. That was not the theme of the day, but that was a really good catch.
Yeah, really good catch by him. They need more of those.
Now seconds to go. Hurts. Now this is 3rd and goal. If nothing, just throw it away and get a field goal. No! It's picked off by Tay Crowder.
And there's a book on Hurts, Boom. Every time he scrambles, he starts running to the right. More NFL teams are going to start to pick up on that. Just a horrible throw by him.
It's 3-0. I know only a field goal, but he would have been tied. You go in the locker room, etc. Now, 3rd quarter, same score. Daniel Jones. Remember, new offensive coordinator, Freddie Kitchens. Jason Garrett fired Darius Slayton. 17 yards, first down. G-Man. Jones to Philadelphia native Chris Myrick. In the end zone, between his knees.
Hey, there's more than one way to catch a Boom.
Whatever worked.
Whatever.
I don't know if you got gloves for the knees. I don't know if those will work. We'll ask Randy. 10-0 G-Man. Hurts. Scrambling. Now he can do this.
Oh, yes, he can.
Eagles down only 10. It's not, we got to throw all the time here late 3rd. 4th quarter, Boston, Scott. He ran hard.
No doubt. This is what they do best. Hurts running, Scott, the offensive line coming off. This is Philadelphia football.
Now it's 10-7 Giants. Scott up the middle. Loose ball. Julian Love. Love hurts. If you look at it from Philadelphia's angle, Love on the Giant fans love. Oh, man, look at it. That's squirting. That's like a Thanksgiving Turkey Day special.
I
right?
see what you did there.
Dexter Lawrence forces it. Now Jones scrambling. Uh-oh. You know, it's under 2 minutes to go, but they couldn't get a first down. Philly's going to get another chance. Punt. Under a minute to go. 2nd and 10. The Eagles are all the way up to the 38. They can still win. Hurts. Kenneth Gainwell. Nice gain of 11. First down Philly. But all of a sudden, 4th and 10. There's time for a first down and then maybe another play or two. Rager! Oh! Oh!
That's a catch he's got to make, Boone. The ball goes through his hands. Anytime the ball hits a receiver, hits both hands, you got to make it. That's your job.
That was the Giants picked off 3, 4 turnovers. I don't know. Was it the holidays? All these winning teams forced 3 or 4 or 5 turnovers. Booker, the Giants did it. Good for them. They beat the Eagles.
A lot of hands still slippery from the turkey, Boone.
Yeah, I think that must be it. Now, I'll tell you whose hands were not slippery. The Bengals. Into town comes Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. Remember last time we saw them to beat the Raiders, who turned out to be pretty good on Thanksgiving?
Mm-hmm.
So Big Ben, usually they have their number. Joe Burrow beat him earlier this year. Since he beat them last year when Burrow was not around. And he jukes Minka Fitzpatrick. First drive, 7-0 Cincy.
You hate to see him do it, Boone, but this is a part of the game that he brings to a quarterback who can throw it from the pocket, but he is dynamic when he's on the edge.
Now first drive, Pittsburgh. Big Ben. You can have that as part of your Thanksgiving feast. I mean, it's seasonal. Eli Apple is going to return it down to the 5. Not what Ben had in mind.
Apple pie is good. I like sweet potato, but Eli Apple was Johnny on the
spot. A little whipped cream there. They get a field goal, not a touchdown, 10-0. Now 10-3. Burrow, Jamar Chase. They've known each other a long time from school. Spin, 12. Next play. This is pretty. Watch this. Out of the shadow. Into the light. T. Higgins. 17-3.
Great job by Burrow, giving Higgins a 50-50 ball. Higgins is 6'4", 4 inches taller than the DB. That's more like an 80-20 ball for the Bengals.
17-3 Cincinnati. Route about to be on. Joe Mixon match. 165 yards for him on this day. Few plays later. Mixon, another 9. What a year he's had. Now we're down 2nd and goal from the 1. Do you think he's going to get it? I think so. Look, it's 24-3. The Bengals are laughing over the Steelers.
And the game wasn't even that close, Boone.
It wasn't. Still a minute to go in the first half. Ben trying for something. Let's get on the board and get out of here. Uh-oh! Mike Hilton has a reservation for a pick 6. Your room is ready. 31-3.
Ben can't make that throw. Late and outside, boom, it never works.
Now 34-3. Mixon. No hole there. Let me go this way. 32 more yards. I mean, this is an embarrassment. Bengals look like a juggernaut. 4th quarter. Burrow. We'll play action. Oh, we run away. And that's T. Higgins, ruled just down at the 1.
Love the play call, bootleg. You've been running the football well, and then Burrow coming out to the opposite arm throwing the football.
And so, Mixon's going to go in there. First running back, Cincy history. Multiple touchdowns at 4th string. They're having a good they are not. If pictures tell stories.
They do.
Look, this is other than 1988, when the Bengals were a Super Bowl team, the biggest margin of victory the Bengals have ever had over the Pittsburgh Steelers, winning 41-10. Mike Tomlin more than a head scratcher.
We got a lot of work in front of us. We make no excuses, man. We seek no comfort. It is what it is, man. We stunk it up today.
I'm not going to make excuses. We sucked out there. We didn't get the job done. We dropped the ball.
Not a lot to be said. You get your butt kicked. It happens sometimes.
We got to come out and win every week because, when we play in our division, everyone's going to be over 500 and everyone's going to be in it at the end. So, no breaks, no days off. Just got to keep our nose to the grindstone.
I mean, this division, nobody is under 500. Baltimore, Cleveland on Sunday night. Everybody's going to play for the Bengals.
Yeah.
We talked about confidence.
Yeah.
Right out of the gate, scored the first 4 drives. It was over, Boog.
They did everything, including step on the field like they were the better team. And if you think about this, Boom, they've dominated the Ravens this year. Now they've dominated the Steelers in that type of fashion. Those have been the 2 bullies in this division for a while.
Yes.
And for the Bengals to do that to those 2 teams,
Yes.
especially the Steelers today, that's a statement. And the way they did it, we think about the Steelers, defense, running the football. They dominated a proud defense. And I think if you're Zach Taylor, you take a lot of solace out of that, knowing that my star quarterback and star receiver, we didn't throw the ball for 400 yards today, but we dominated a team that's been a traditional power. If I'm Cincinnati, I feel really, really good about that, along with how my defense played today.
Well, look, we got to talk Pittsburgh quick. And Mike Tomlin team, we will never say forget. I mean, this is a longer season than ever, but just go backwards, all right? Today, abominable.
Right.
They had the big comeback against the Chargers. It was a pick and a block punt. So maybe that was hiding some things. Tie Detroit, beat Chicago by 2. That 15-10 win over Cleveland was a win. They beat Geno Smith. Look, I'm just saying, this is not the Pittsburgh we're accompanied to. They do have a lot of work.
And it's getting late early for them to turn it around.
Good. Very good, Yogi.
Yeah. Thank you.
Even quoting Yogi now. You work with me and you quote everybody. All right, now, the AFC West, another division where everybody is 500 or above. Chargers at the Broncos. And I know Herbert had a big game, of course, big game last week in Pittsburgh. A couple of a half against Vic Fangio's defense, but a lot of times Denver's done a good job. Teddy Bridgewater to Tim Patrick, the Danettes like it, into Charger territory. Bridgewater from the 11.
Oh, Teddy.
Reaches for the pylon, he gets it, 7-0.
Just a great job by Teddy, a veteran quarterback. It's good to see him still have some of that athleticism.
Yeah, and the team is backing him.
Exactly.
I know he took a hard time, and we understand why. But he's well-liked, and he's better liked after that. Sack, loses ball, fumble! Hard hit, but they eventually overturn it, say that he, I don't know, ruled the fumble, and they say no.
Yeah, as long as that ball is coming forward, they will give the quarterback the benefit of the doubt.
Well, he's limping. I mean, he needs benefit of the doubt there. Right lower leg injury. So, Drew Lock is at quarterback. Javonte Williams. We're going to run it, and that's a big hole. Chargers' run defense has not been good.
No doubt. They've been bad all year. Javonte Williams has been outstanding.
14-0 Lock. Picked off by Derwin James. He's a heck of a player. Haven't heard a lot.
Yeah, needs more plays out of him.
The Chargers take over good field position. Justin Herbert, Austin Eckler, 13-yard touchdown. He's caught 7 out of the backfield. That's the most, 14-7.
Yeah, love the play called halfback choice. Break it inside, easy touchdown.
Now, third quarter, 4th and 4 Chargers. They go for it a lot, does Staley. Herbert. Jalen Guyton, can he get it? Can he get it? Yeah, he gets it. First down. Chargers continue the drive. 4th quarter, same drive now. Herbert. Broncos, pressure. He steps up. Picked off by Pat Surtain II. He had a couple.
Yeah, he had a couple, but a lot of up and down play by Herbert. He's got to be more stable.
Yeah, now Bridgewater back in. Middle 4th. Little swing to Williams. Little stiff arm. Oh, nice tightrope. Look at him. 42-yard gain inside the 10.
And that is very, very poor tackling by the Chargers on the sideline.
3rd and goal now. Teddy. Evades. Throws. Eric Saubert. 21-7 Denver.
Really good athletic play by Teddy, rolling to the right back across his body.
You know, they beat Dallas. Don't sleep on the Broncos. Eckler's hands off him. Surtain picks it off. Up the sidelines. Could go all the way. Denver defense, it doesn't Vic Fangio like that. And they win 28-13.
And Justin Herbert on that pick, a little bit behind the receiver. Eckler could have caught it, but he didn't pick 6 the other way.
Chargers 6-5. Denver now 6-5. Vegas 6-5. Chiefs, who are idle, 7-4. By the way, an aside on the Chiefs, they only have one plane flight until 2022. That's at the Chargers in a couple weeks. They're going to like home cooking, as they did for Thanksgiving. Meanwhile, back to the games. Vikings-Niners, two teams we think are a shot to sneak in the NFC playoffs. Think they're catching fire.
That's 6-7 seed, yes.
So, pair of 5-5 teams. Deebo Samuel. He's listed as a receiver. Don't believe everything you see. Deebo, whoa, he's a fullback on wheels, isn't he? Now look at this. Give Kyle Shanahan credit. We've ad-libbed. We don't really have our main running backs. We're going to make Deebo a running back in addition to a pass catcher. 21-14 Niners. Kirk Cousins. Uh-oh. Picked off by Azeez Al-Shire. Inside the 5.
Just a bad throw there by Cousins. He did not see the linebacker in the zone.
No. And now, a little power formation. Elijah Mitchell. Touchdown. 28-14 San Francisco. Remember, until they beat the Rams, they had won at home like all year. Cousins, Justin Jefferson, little across to Dalvin Cook. Tricky Vikings. Touchdown. They missed the extra point, but it's a one-score game, 28-20. Niners field goal. Kenna Wangu. Uh-oh. Don't tell me Wangu is going to go all the way 99 yards. He is. They go for two. They don't get it 31-26.
Yeah, Wangu special. That's the second one of the season.
Yep. Dalvin Cook. No, he's drilled. He fumbles. Or just a lot of stuff back and forth in this game. Cook down on the play, awkward position, drops the ball in pain, shoulder injury. Boom.
Yeah, and he would have to be carted off. You just hope he's going to be okay. He's one of the better backs in our league, Boom.
That's for sure. Next play, Niners off the turnover. Deebo, but the Vikings are ready. It's a loss. And now Deebo hit by Nick Vigil. Uh-oh. Groin injury, walks off. Field goal, Robbie Gould, 34-26. Niners. 4th and goal, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins. That's not even Justin Jefferson could move on up enough to catch that.
But I didn't quite understand going for it right there. 9 minutes left. Kick the field goal, put points on the board.
Well, the Niners could have made this a 2-score game, but Robbie Solid Gold was not solid on that one. He's one of the best. 42-yard field goals misses. So down 8, Cousins. Jefferson, incomplete. Pass interference. Vikings wanted it.
Good no call.
34-26. You knew this would be entertaining.
It was going to be a very entertaining game. You knew that. This was going to come down to their run defense, that of the Vikings. Could they stop the run? And they couldn't do it. The 49ers rushed for almost 300 yards, Boom.
Well, so, look, San Francisco all of a sudden has won 3 in a row. They can win at home. They're not going to win their division, obviously. Arizona idle,
right.
And the Rams are a whole other story. We'll see them in a minute. What do we make of them? Physical, they're a little limited in a couple areas, but not in drive, if that's a fair thing to say about it.
It's a very, very fair. They're not going to beat you over the top throwing 50, 60-yard passes. Right. But what they're going to do, they're going to be very physical. They're going to run the football from a plethora of formations. Deebo Samuel, he's like a Swiss Army knife, Boom. He can do a little bit of everything. He can be a tight end. Right. He can be a wide receiver. He can be a running back. And Kyle Shanahan is a master of figuring out how to use what he has to get what he wants, which is move the football down the field and score points. If their defense will hold up, they can play that way. They just can't play from behind because they don't have the explosiveness on the offensive side of the ball.
Jimmy can throw it, but they don't have,
they don't want to.
No, not down 14 or
Correct,
17.
exactly.
But look, they're winning. They're 6-5. I mean, they dug themselves a big hole. They're at the Seahawks next week. They can certainly make a move. And they're seeing the team right above them, who they kind of whacked around the Rams, who haven't been right since.
Yes. A very physical style with the Rams.
Hard to become right at Lambeau Field. So let's see. Rams at Packers. The Bees is flying with this thing. Aaron Rodgers against Matthew Stafford. These teams met in the playoffs last year. Of course, Goff was quarterback. Green Bay rolled up close to 500 yards. Stafford, strip. Preston Smith. Remember you said couple their playmakers. Their defense is just so good, Boog.
Yeah, sack fumble calls on the backside by Rashawn Gary. Knocked the ball out. Preston Smith, Johnny on the spot.
And turnover for Stafford and the Rams. Rodgers He's going to beat Jalen Ramsey to the pylon.
I thought his toe was hurting.
It was.
Okay, good.
7-0 Green Bay. Cold, freezes it up to work.
Okay, good.
Stafford. Now, he's played there, obviously, many, many times every year with Detroit. To Van Jefferson. 79 yards. The Rams on the board. It's a 10-7 game.
They needed that play in the worst way. Good throw, good catch by Stafford.
Packers lead 13-10. 5 minutes to go in the half. Devontae Adams. I mean, always in stride. Devontae never drops down to the 11.
Always open, boom, and Rodgers hits him in stride.
And this way, wanted Randall Cobb. 7-yard touchdown, 20-10 Green Bay.
Tricky Packers. They put Cobb in the backfield, little halfback choice, broke inside.
Now 20-17 Rams trying to hang. Roger. Off the back foot, Marcus Valdes-Scantling. Open for a 28-yard pickup. Now drive continues in the third. Josiah DeGuara. First down. Packers keep the drive alive. Then second and goal. And his teammates call this guy, A.J. Dillon, the quad father. I love it.
Same play that Cobb scored on, except you got the quad father. Come out choice, go inside, and dare somebody from the Rams to tackle him.
Hit those quads, you're going to bounce back exactly from the direction you came. 27-17. Now 30-17. Stafford picked off Rasul Douglas. He goes all the way. I'm telling you. I think things were slippery. You're right, that theory after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, maybe it's a little turkey gravy on the hands or something.
I don't know, but there was a ton of turnovers on this day. Some of them were served at the table on Thursday, some were not. 36-17, Stafford. Hey, an Odell Beckham Jr. sighting.
There he is.
54 yards. They get two-point conversion down 11. 36-25. Beckham holding his back. I get that.
Yeah, he struggled all day with a little bit of a back injury.
I get what a back injury is. 8-point game, 18 seconds to go. Onside kick. You don't get it. Late comeback attempt by the Rams. They were game, but Green Bay just kept the pedal to the metal. And the Packers look, they're 9-3, and the Rams fall to 7-4. We know Arizona's got the best record, but, I mean, you have Green Bay, you've got Tampa at 9-3 and Arizona at 9-2, and everybody else kind of falling back a little bit. Green Bay at Lambeau. I know Tampa went in there. We're getting ahead of ourselves last year in the playoffs. That's just a tough recipe because Aaron Rodgers and company are on their game.
Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers right now is the best team in football.
Because you love their defense too, right?
Because their defense is now an integral part of this team. Before it was all Aaron Rodgers. It was Aaron Rodgers and who he needed to throw the football to. Boom. Now they got a running game. Jones and Dillon.
Oh, yeah.
Their best weapon, I think, and Jones didn't even do anything today. Dillon ran the football. Devontae Adams. And we haven't talked about that defense. I think they're the best team in football. Boom. If they get home field advantage and you have to go to Green Bay in January in that building against Aaron Rodgers, it's going to be tough to beat them because they are now a team. They can beat you not just with offense. That defense can beat you. They almost went into Kansas City with Jordan Love and beat the Chiefs with no Aaron Rodgers.
Defense.
That's how confident they feel right now.
Right. And look, they hope to get some offensive line help. The starters back. I mean, who knows how that'll go. Aaron did throw for 307. Adams caught for over 100. Packers under Matt LaFleur, they have Aaron Rodgers, 9-0 following a loss.
It's pretty good.
That's pretty darn good. Now, at the other end of the spectrum, we had some other games. What would the Falcons and Jags have in store for us? Everyone in the pool in Jacksonville. Well, maybe not yet. Matt Ryan, they haven't scored a touchdown in 2 weeks. Cordero Patterson's been hurt. He's just had a marvelous season when he's in there. He's become a really great Swiss Army
A
guy.
positionless football player.
Yep, 7-0 Atlanta. Trevor Lawrence. Atlanta's got this double covered. Yeah, Duron Harmon. Pick, turnover.
You would hope you stop seeing that throughout the season, still seeing too many turnovers.
Younghoe Koo, 43-yard field goal. Good. Unsportsmanlike penalty, Jag. So, leverage, Jag, well, let's see.
Yeah, leverage. You can't put your hands on the offensive player to lift yourself up.
He's seen enough.
Yeah.
the mascot, right? Next play, Patterson up the middle. Take points off the board, the gamble pays off. Coach Smith. Now 10 minutes to go, third quarter. Ryan, the rookie Kyle Pitts, drags some Jags for 19 yards. Ryan had more fun than he did playing against the Patriots, I think, on this day, don't you think?
I would say that.
21-3 Atlanta. Trevor Lawrence. James O'Shaughnessy. The luck of the Irish at 21 yards. They're inside the 10. Tavon Austin sighting.
Yeah, where has he been?
Well, he apparently in Jacksonville. It's a touchdown.
Yeah, but that's an outstanding play by him. Smaller feet, good hands, get the feet down. Great catch.
2-point conversion within 10, 21-11. Trevor Lawrence. James Robinson makes a miss. 26 yards. Jags, could they? Could they? Lawrence down to the 14. They just get a field goal, but it's one score, 21-14. 2.5 to go, 3rd and 3 Atlanta. Tyson Campbell breaks it up. Hey, Falcons punt. Jags, what do you got for us?
Not much.
That's what they had. Incomplete on 4th and 10. Turnover on downs. And the Falcons score. They win. They're 5 and 6. I mean, that's what they are. And the Jags fall to 2-9, 21-14. Now, Jets, Texans. The loser would stay within a game and a half of the first draft pick for sure with Detroit. Zach Wilson back. Tyrod Taylor engineered the win over Tennessee last week for Houston. Tyrod. Oh, the Jets.
Oh, the
John
big fella.
Franklin, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. Look at John Franklin Myers. 3-0 Jets.
News to all big fellas. Don't run sideways, go straight.
Yep. Wilson out of the pocket to tie. Oh, but Tavier Thomas with an interception. So.
It's amazing how bad things always happen to the bad team.
Yeah.
Zach Wilson trying to make something happen, boom. Sometimes you got to know when the journey's over. The guy's not even looking.
Jets and Texans, I mean, here you go, right? I mean, but guess what? Tyrod, we like him. Brevin Jordan, touchdown, 7-3 Houston. Houston trying to make it 2 in a row after they had lost 8 in a row. And here's Tyrod. My goodness, he has time. Brandon Cooks. Perfect name for Thanksgiving weekend. Touchdown, 14-3.
We had a Tavon Austin sighting. Now we have a Brandon Cook sighting. That's just a really good route getting inside the DB. Great throw by Tyrod.
They're up 11, so that's it for the Jets. No, it's not it. Austin Walter inside the 5. Jets maybe in business last minute of the half. What do the great teams do? They score at the end of the half. Jets, Jets, they scored 14-9.
I like it. We anointed them great.
Yeah, they're great. Josh Johnson, he's in for the 2-point conversion. Hey, 14-11, we got a ball game. We were watching it. 3rd quarter. Zach Wilson, after a month off, not off meaning injured. Oh, that was 3rd and 8. Jets line up for a field goal. Matt Amendola. Kick. Good. Flag. Ross Blaylock flag jumping over the top of the line. So the Jets take the points off the board. Another theme that, look at Zach from BYU. 18-14, they get a touchdown out of the penalty.
That's a dimension he brings using his legs to score.
Again, the great teams take the points off the board.
I love it.
And they go for a touchdown.
That's twice you've called them great.
Now it's 21-14. Taylor pass knocked down by Bryce Hall. It seals it. The Jets twice went for 4th down on the drive to put them up by a field goal. Houston had a chance. They were great for 3 hours. You know, it's fun to see, honestly, because we watched it. These teams have a chance 4, 5, or 6 weeks in the 4th quarter at the most to win a game. It's nice to see these guys play it like that.
In order to learn how to win, you have to win because you have to go through the process. So it's good to see Robert Saleh's team start to win, something they can build on.
Yes. Now, Miami was 1-7.
Yes.
But they'd won a couple. Yeah. Then they won another one. Then they won 3 in a row. I know they're a long way back. They're playing Cam Newton. The game is in Miami. Could Miami win 4 in a row?
Maybe.
Really? First quarter. Oh! Punt block! Duke Riley and Justin Coleman recovers for a touchdown. Miami does this.
Yeah, because you got to understand, they're coached by one of the better all-around coaches in football in Brian Flores, offense, defense, and special teams.
7-0 Miami. Cam threw for under 100 yards, but here's 64.
Yeah, Cam announced he was back. Maybe it wasn't all the way back, but good throw here to Moore. They got to figure out a way to get the ball to Moore.
DJ Moore, 64 yards. Cam, well, you know where he's going. The big fella, Trent Scott, pulls him in 7-7.
Yeah, he can do that.
Javon Holland, right there to pick up Cam's pass intended for Robbie Anderson. Dolphins didn't score in that drive, but defense again. Miami. The X-Man, Xavier Howard, one of the best.
One of the best corners. In typical Cam Newton threw 2 interceptions, boom. They were both late throws. He's got to throw the ball a lot sooner and anticipate the throw.
25 picks in 2017, most over them. Tua to Jalen Waddle, who had a big game, 14-7 Miami. Panthers punt. Dolphins own 29. Tua, Waddle. He caught 9 for 137. He can motor, good speed to even chase him down. And while they celebrate, Myles Gaskin looking. It's a nice hard run. 21-7 Miami.
The home of the Wildcat uses the Wildcat. Gaskin scored.
Yep. And now Christian McCaffrey, no yards, rolled ankle, hurt again.
Yeah, it's just for one of the better backs in our league, he stays hurt, boom.
Yeah, too bad. It really is. He's so much fun when he's in there. 21-10 Miami, late third. Gaskin, that was not as tough. Another 3-yard run. They missed the extra point, but it's 27-10. And they play defense, Miami did.
They do. You know, Brian Flores, and it's pressure, it's aggressive defense. They're always going to send 4 or 5 guys after your quarterback.
So a loss of 14, almost a safety. 3rd and 34. What could happen?
Nothing good. Nothing good.
No. Pass blocked by Adam Butler. Cam 5 of 21 for 92. Dolphins. Let me say this loud. The longest winning streak in football is New England. They have 6. Idle Kansas City has 4. And Miami has won 4 in a row. The Dolphins, they beat the Panthers 33-10. They got the 2 New York teams coming in next. Into December, so teams like Miami, hey, can we sneak in? Teams like certainly San Francisco,
yes.
Can we sneak in? Now, Michelle Rosenhaus, our producer, do we have enough to game ball? Of course we have time, right?
Yeah, let's go to an oldie but goodie. How about Rob Gronkowski?
Why not?
The big Gronk. Me Gronk, see Gronk, throw Gronk ball. He was outstanding today, and when you're Tom Brady and you get one of your security blankets back, we know AB will come back soon. For Gronkowski going all the way back to those days in New England, working in the middle of the field, Tommy boy, knows where he's at, he gets him the ball. He was outstanding today, 123 yards, and he was a catalyst in a Buccaneer much-needed victory.
And we can never overlook his blocking ability,
absolutely,
which is first and foremost, including all of his catches from Tom. Look, when the Cincinnati Bengals frankly embarrassed the Pittsburgh Steelers in a game that was really over in the middle of the second quarter, Joe Mixon match. 165 yards rushing. I know there's offensive line. I know we could give it to a lot of Bengals, but Joe Mixon's had a heck of a year. 4th straight game, multiple scores for a running back, first Bengal to do it. We could go on and on and on. Cincinnati, 2 eye-opening performances, and that they are very much, as we talked earlier in the show, that division goes to the end, and Cincy will be in it right to the end. The Rams, we talked Green Bay, Boog.
Yeah.
I understand they lost to, well, San Francisco's become a good team.
Yes,
and then
absolutely.
Tennessee, physical. Yeah. And then here we go with Green Bay at Lambeau. Again, none on paper. What are you doing? But here's a loss. What do we make of them?
Well, I think the Rams, I think they're front runners, and I think they are a soft football team that sometimes they kind of fall into this trap. If it's not going our way, then we're like, we really don't want to deal with it. Against the 49ers, they got physically manhandled. Against Green Bay, boom, they never could. Their stars didn't make plays. It's one thing to have a physically tough team that just doesn't get it done, but when you have a team that's changing their philosophy, we're going from a power running football team to a shotgun team that's going to live and die by Matthew Stafford's arm. And when he doesn't play well, and then your stars on defense, Von Miller, Aaron Donald, when Leonard Floyd, when those guys don't show up, it reminds me that football is still a physical sport where you have to go out and you have to earn it. You can't trade for it. You can't buy it. You got to go out and put your hand in the dirt and earn it. And I'm afraid right now the Rams are finding that out the hard way.
Well, look, I mean, Sean McVay obviously knows what he's doing, et cetera. But when they got to the Super Bowl, I know this is old news now.
Yeah.
Gurley was such a big part. Although by the time they got to the Super Bowl, he was right, a little bit. But those couple of years, he was, well, you wouldn't call that team soft.
No, that formula, though, the offensive line with Whitworth coming downhill running the football, regardless of whether Gurley was back there or not, they had an identity of running the football. You have to have something you can hang your hat on in this league. Every team does it. What are the Rams hanging their hat on right now?
Well, they got the leading going into the Cooper Cup with yards and catches.
Throwing the football.
Yes, correct.
That's unlike what they used to. So they have to figure out who they're going to be. And right now, I think Sean is frustrated because he wants to be a running team, but he's got a better quarterback than he had with Jared Goff, so he wants to throw the ball more also. You can't straddle the line. You got to figure out who you want to be.
You know, we got to remember Arizona had the week off. We'll see what Kyler comes back and what they look like. So
hopefully he's healthy.
Hopefully,
yeah.
The room in that division. We got a way to go. But L.A. they said they would come back firing, and not quite. Although Lambeau Field is Lambeau.
A little chilly.
We discussed that. It is chilly, and it's not going to get warmer as the season goes on. I don't know what kind of warmth we had in Baltimore, but again, that division, that AFC North, Cleveland at Baltimore with Sunday Night Football. We welcome the holiday edition highlights from Scott Van Pelt. Scotty?
Boom, let us be the last, I guess, to wish you and yours a happy Thanksgiving. We come to the end of that weekend. The Sunday night game in Baltimore. I'm not going to lie to you, this game, when it was bad, was horrible. There were turnovers aplenty. A horn aplenty. 6-0 Baltimore. Browns getting tricky. He shouldn't have went and done that. Jarvis Landry looking around. He gets hit and fumbles. Odafe Owe forces it. Patrick Queen gives the ball to the Ravens, and Lamar Jackson will give it right back. Deflected and picked by Denzel Ward. Browns would get a field goal. Next offensive possession for the Ravens. Jackson picked by Grant Delpit. We're far from finished with the turnovers. 2 plays later, Cleveland, chance to tie the game, maybe take the lead. Mayfield. What? Ball slips out of his hand. I thought he got hit and sacked. No, it just flipped out of his hands. And Owe, going to force out of Penn State. He's there to pounce on it. 5 plays later, Ravens possession. Jackson looking for Mark Andrews, picked by Ronnie Harrison Jr. And that's the first time in Jackson's career he's been picked 3 times in a quarter. And the Ravens lead this sloppy game 6-3. 3rd and 4, early third. Jackson looking for Andrews deep. There was going to be PI on the Browns. They declined that penalty because Andrews makes a tremendous grab here. Jackson directing traffic. Just go deep. We'll see if something good happens. It did. It's now 3rd down and 10. They're at the 13-yard line. Look at where Jackson throws this ball. He throws the ball from the 35, and it's a touchdown. He's being chased by Myles Garrett. And Jackson backpedaling, finds Andrews for the touchdown. All Garrett can do is smile and show some respect. And Jadeveon Clowney is like, the heck with that. This sucks. What are we supposed to do, man? Ravens have a 10-point lead. But the Browns are approaching the red zone, and now they're in the end zone. David Njoku makes his fine sliding grab where he balances it against his body. Ravens fans thought that it hit the ground. It did not in the eyes of the officials. It's 13-10. Ravens still leading by 3, trying to eat some clock. Jackson gains 11. Browns are out of timeouts. You're at the 2-minute warning. If the Ravens could get a first down, they could end the game. They could not. Marquise Brown, short of the first down. They get a Justin Tucker field goal at 16-10. Browns have one last chance. Ray Lewis hoping that the guys on defense now can get a stop, and they do. Njoku stopped short of the chains on 4th down. Mayfield said afterwards, got to make more plays. Lamar Jackson said he was hot. He never had 4 interceptions in the NFL. He did in this one. All that matters is the Ravens continue to figure out ways to win one-score games. They are now 6-1 in one-score games. They head to Pittsburgh next week to take on the reeling Steelers. Meanwhile, the Browns, in a bit of a scheduling quirk after this loss in Baltimore, go home, catch their breath, then host Baltimore in Cleveland the following week.
All right, fellas, thank you very much. You ready to steamroll into December? I mean, here we go.
Yeah, we got to make sure Santa's accountable. This is coming into his month. Let's make sure he's ready to go.
Get the catalogs, get all the stuff spread out in front. And we got that Monday nighter next week. New England at Buffalo. They've yet to play this year. That'll be the headline game, the first of 2 between these 2 AFC East leaders in December. For Booger, I'm Boomer. Thanks for watching NFL Primetime.